Thanks for joining and thanks for enrolling this course. Sharing my screen, guys. So let me know if you are able to see.
Yeah, we
Are
are
you
able
able
to.
to see? Oh, great,
Yes.
great. I addressed few questions last week, and today we will again discuss these questions and will get some clarity. Who is Vishnu? Vishnu is there here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, hey Vishnu. So Vishnu, we
I,
discussed the first point in our last session.
mhm.
I mean, I'm just asking you, have we
No, I could not
discussed this?
attend. I could not attend.
Acha, acha. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, I already given my answers. So you're saying some data structure is required or not for the big data, right? Or data engineer.
Sir, then why they asked, sir?
Who asked?
The interviews and all.
Acha. May I know which company they asked?
I interviewed for PayPal.
Okay, in PayPal. Okay, maybe
Yes,
they having. Is it for data engineer or data science role?
data engineer, sir.
Okay. See, generally, right, in for a data engineer or cloud or non-cloud based, generally this data structure related very rare. Maybe some product-based companies ask, and it is completely, I can say, company to company. It's not applicable for each and every company, because I'm saying you like within my circle or my friends, we used to take an interviews or we used to attend interviews, so generally we won't touch these data structured concepts. Okay, and these are good to know when we are applying for any product based companies and all, and also for data science related. Okay.
And sir, what is the reason why somebody should know data science to be good data engineer?
Sorry, data science to be good, what exactly is
No,
question?
no. Why somebody should know data structures to be a good engineer, like good data engineer? Why? What is the motive behind asking data structure?
That's what I'm telling you, right? I maybe you attended an interview and you might face that, but generally
Hmm.
data engineer may not face this data structure kind of a questions. Can you please tell me sample questions that you are asked for?
Yeah, I was asked a binary tree problem. There are 10 houses. One house got infected with COVID. Any infected house will infect the other two houses next to it. How
Mm-hmm.
soon will all the 10 houses, all the n number of houses will be infected? So
Okay.
I did
Okay.
some binary tree and then I don't
You
know
you
what happened after that.
I understood. I understood your question. In this question, we can
Yeah.
easily identify. You tell me, this concept is belongs to data engineering. Do you have
No,
an idea?
no. I've never,
This,
I mean, I
yeah,
don't think
this
so.
is related to machine learning or a data science. That's what I'm saying, right? From the beginning.
Yes, but the role was for data engineer only, sir.
See, I'm again repeating.
Okay, sir.
This may
Okay, got
be
it.
a with the interviewer mindset, okay, but this
Okay,
is
sir.
not a, we can say, applicable for data engineer.
Got
Maybe
it, sir.
they are taking data engineer and they will train you for a machine learning or a data science. I can
Okay,
say
sir.
it is
Got it.
optional for me. Nowhere
Got
we
it, sir.
will approach that kind of linear regression or statistics, okay, or data structure related. We won't touch in data engineer. It's a plain
Got it, sir.
Python and it's plain data processing. Okay, we are not doing
Got it,
any
sir.
predictive analysis. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Okay, next, how ETL pipeline actually works and what tools used by company to develop the pipeline. I think this question, uh, Prajat, or are you here, Prajakta? Are you here? Okay, may not be there. Okay, guys. So I already given a link for this, because this is a kind of a you know end-to-end pipeline. Like if you are already worked on end-to-end project, then you come to know what are all tools or we will use as part of ETL pipeline. Okay, and again, these are not fixed. Okay, I will tell you some example, and this is also there in our YouTube channel. Okay, it is also there in our YouTube channel. For sample, okay, for sample OLTP or OLAP applications, how we how we do this ETL pipeline. The ETL pipeline is kind of extract, transform, and load that you know very well. Coming to this question, right? How ETL pipeline actually works and the tools used by company to develop the pipeline. Let me tell you two versions. Okay, two versions. Two versions means cloud version, non-cloud version. Okay, so if the company is using only on-prem and they don't want to go with a cloud, then they may use for a OLTP application or OLAP applications. That means batch oriented. We can say for batch oriented projects, generally a flow might be like this. Maybe external source, that is maybe a SAP ERP if it is, or PostgreSQL or Oracle in case of structured data. If it is an unstructured data, if they are going to collect, then they may have another web logs or IoT or some other semi-structured unstructured files. Okay. And from there, they will collect the data by using ingestion tools or ETL tool, we can call it as, that is Talent or or JDBC, ODBC connectors or Scoop. Or if it is a completely unstructured and semi-structured data, they may go for Flume or Kafka also. Okay, that is the ingestion part. And now once the data come into the our storage layer or landing layer, that is on Hadoop. If it is a non-cloud, people are using Hadoop. Okay, so data will come to Hadoop. Okay. In Hadoop, people are using Hive or Spark to process the data for big data. Current scenarios. Okay, current time. Okay. Now, after processing, of course, there might be some layers. We can say some landing layer and processing layer, or some semantic layer, or some data mart layers. Okay, so there are 3 to 4 layers which where our data gets processed, right? And then finally sent back to any cloud system or any NAS path. That means any other servers of the targeted machines. Okay. Now we will abbreviate this ETL, extracted. We have extracted data. Then we have transformed the data in Hadoop by using Hive and Spark. And then we loaded that extracted or transformed data into our target systems. So this is a typical ETL pipeline. Okay, I'm not explaining on paper because I already explained the same thing in my one of the video. Okay, not only one video. There are many videos I think I referred. So for example, I given a link. Okay, and I just explained with one example. Okay, that is a non-cloud based. If it's a cloud based, directly people are using some ADF and Databricks. I'm again taking a Azure example. Okay, it could be a AWS or GCP related resources also, but anywhere in these sessions, I refer Azure related resources. Okay, in Azure, they may use Blob, ADF, ADLS, Databricks, Synapse, or Microsoft SQL on cloud. Okay, to process the data if it is on cloud. Okay, many companies have started migrating their existing projects to a cloud. Okay, I think this is clear. Okay, and if you still have doubts on this, then very soon we are going to launch a end-to-end project where we will explain with one real-time example so that you will get 100% clarity, right? Okay. So data lake concepts I already explained, and SCD I explained clearly in the video. I think Rahul,
Yes,
you think you got a time to check that, right?
yes,
Rahul?
yes. I
Okay,
got time.
great.
One, sir. I have a question regarding
Yeah,
ETL.
yeah, Rahul.
Actually, in ETL, you have talked about cloud platforms like Azure,
Mhm.
ADL. So,
Okay,
if
yeah.
we, what about talent? It will be help. If we learn talent, it will help for cracking. It will help for cracking that engineering job.
Right, good question. Talent little vast, but it is a very powerful tool as on date because talent can be integrated with all the cloud, majority of the cloud systems as well as the Hadoop and also legacy system. So talent is a not only it will pull the data, it can process, because we used to use talent in my previous project. We used to transform all the data in talent only. Okay, for talent also we can use backend Spark. There are some we can say tools inside the talent where we can use Spark, in addition to the talent jobs. So talent is an all rounder. Other than reporting or other than this visualization, talent can do many things. So only on talent also you can get the jobs. Maybe a limited number of jobs, but yes, you can able to get the jobs. What I'm thinking in future, my roadmap is for next couple of months. I want to explain one real-time project that may take 1 month, and also if time permits, I will start a regular batch for PySpark from scratch to a beginner level, where, and also, once we complete that PySpark course and a real-time project, then I'm sure that will be very, very useful for many of you. Okay, and then uh, I want to either I will make a videos or will conduct a training on talent, because I'm having experience on talent as well. So definitely in future in our YouTube channel, I may post some talent videos, or I may take a online sessions for talent as well. Okay, just stay with me.
Okay. So actually, sir, I am taking a course on talent from
Mm.
Udemy.
Okay.
I in that I am getting beginner level
Mm.
learning like file management component,
Yeah, yeah.
database management component, processing component,
Mm.
then also orchestrating components and all. So it will, so basic things I am learning from that, so it will help me, or I need to go on advanced, like how to integrate
No, no,
this.
no, no. For since talent, I told you, right? There are hundreds inbuilt features are there. I mean, ready-made tools. Okay, inside all the tools created by using Java backend. Okay, so you no need to write a code there. Talent is a that is the beauty of the talent. Okay, if you want to pick the data, let us say I will tell you one use case. Let us say that there is a source, files are getting. We have to get the files, but we have some requirement, like we have to segregate those files, what are good files, what are the bad files. So how we have to do, in general we supposed to write a shell script or Python script to segregate the data, good records or bad records, or good files or bad files, right? But by using talent, you no need to write any shell script and all. There is a ready-made tool, okay, t file list, where it will do that job for us when we give some condition. So yes, we will discuss that. That is a different subject. Okay, we cannot club into this, right? But yeah, that is also talent. To learn talent is also worth. That's what I want to convey. Okay, guys. Right. So Sai Pallavi, you're here. I think we discussed last week. Maybe Sai Pallavi is not there. This is one of the very important question, guys. So how many of you gone through this link, or how many of you have a clarity on this? Everybody have a clarity, because this topic I explained in one or two videos in my playlist. One or two videos, because this is such a important. Yes, we will see this. And Miss Gayatri is there.
Hi Naresh, yes, I'm there.
Hi,
Um,
hello, Gayatri.
Actually, my question which I wrote, but in just I want to say in Databricks, actually I'm doing a hands-on on the some of the PySpark programs. In that, I just got this doubt. In the native application, I know that we need to connect to the scoop, in Hive and the Spark, and then we'll run the programs. That I'm aware. Just in Databricks, like internally, it will be connected or not. That's what my question
Oh,
is
okay,
about.
okay, good, understood. See, let me tell you, this Databricks unpopular, it's a SaaS kind of model, right? Right, software as service. That means you no need to install anything on cloud, right? By
Yes,
default,
sir.
either in Amazon or either on Azure, or Databricks community itself is having this feature, correct?
Yeah, yes,
So
yes. Actually,
Databricks,
I'm running the programs, everything is working, but in back end, what happening, I'm not understanding. So I just
what
had
do
a
you want?
curiosity.
Like, what do you want? You want to know how a Databricks is executing backend, or you want to know how to connect scoop all kind of jobs and get the data and put it into Databricks. What type of question that you have?
Actually, when you run the SQL, right, the data will be in some in external source anything. But when you get it right in the Hadoop system through the through the Hive, we are executing the queries, or how? Because in the Spark SQL model, just we write a query and we'll run. We get a data in the
Hmm.
community edition when I run the
Okay.
program.
Okay.
So the question is like whether Hive is there or it's not there. That's the simple question I
See,
have right now.
generally, okay, let me tell you. Actually, what we used to do on premise is on premise, right? The company is having its own infrastructure where they used CDH or Cloudera or Huttonworks, whatever.
Hmm.
They're all Spark, Hive, or pre-installed in our environment, right? On-prem. So everything are in integrated. Okay. So you just while creating a data frame, you just give a path of Hadoop file where it is, and then create a data frame. Okay. It will create a data frame for us. That is direct file. And also we can also create data frame out of a Hive table directly. Okay.
Okay.
There is a strong integration between this Hadoop and Spark. But coming to Databricks, if you are using a community edition, and you tell
Hmm.
me, is there Hadoop pre-installed there?
Yeah, the Hadoop is installed, that is for sure. I just want to know for Hive is like backend, the Spark SQL model is integrated or not. That's the question I
You
have.
tell me first of
Because
all, what is your use case?
when I run the code, I see the code is running on the three nodes and the cluster, and I can see the output, the partition files created when I run it. So I know that
What is your
Hadoop is
use
there.
case? What is your use case? And also, can you please let me know one or two lines which you written the code, so that based on your use case, what may be a approach we will discuss. What is
Okay.
your use case? What you are trying to do?
No, actually, I'm trying to get some data and I'm trying to create a data frame.
Mm-hmm.
And in the file, actually in the CSV file, I have some set of records. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just trying to read it and create a data frame. Simple
Mm-hmm.
program. So
Okay.
while creating the data frame, before that I just try to do trial and error. Like when I run the Spark SQL query, whether it's running or not, I was just trying to do it. It was working. So
Mm-hmm.
just the question is like whether Hive is there behind or something, or just
No,
want
no,
to.
no, 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 no. On
Okay.
Databricks, I won't be there. Okay. Because
Okay.
see, Spark SQL is kind of SQL. Okay. It's not a purely Hive.
Okay.
It's not Hive at all. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. It's a
Yeah.
Spark engine who is executing our queries. Fine.
No, actually, when I seen your some recorded sections, I could see the Cloudera View Manager where Hive queries you had been executed. So in my case, when I'm doing, I'm just thinking whether Hive is there or not. That's the reason I've just mentioned
No,
this
no, no,
question
no,
here.
no. See, since you are using a Cloudera, sorry, since you are using Databricks, right?
Huh.
Correct.
Yes.
So, and also you are, I think for data frame input, you might uploaded a file into a Databricks community edition, correct?
Yes. Yes. In the
And
particular
then
location.
that
Yeah.
path you given while creating a data frame, correct?
Yes. Yes.
There
Exactly.
is no
Yeah.
Hadoop involved, there is no Hive involved.
Sorry.
I mean, in your case, there is no Hadoop and Hive involved. I'm saying directly you
Oh.
uploaded one file, and that file you are creating a data frame where Spark engine will execute your Spark SQL.
Huh. Yes. Yes. Spark engine is executing. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the
Uh,
real time, one last question here only. In the real time, my companies will be using the Databricks. Of course, I'm using the community edition here. Like everything will be managed. Suppose the project they are using the project for the Azure one,
okay.
Azure cloud basis. So in
Okay.
that case, everything they will be using Azure portal Databricks like framework. I understand that there is Jupyter notebooks and this rest of the things, but is it like in that one they are going to work? in the real time?
Yeah. So these companies are having a paid subscriptions, right? So paid
Yeah.
licenses, so they
Yeah.
can utilize this Azure portal completely, whatever they need resources. It's just pay as you go. If you are using
Mm.
Spark SQL, per usage, some amount will be deducted. The same way Databricks, same way Power BI, same way other tools, right?
Mm,
There
yes.
will be some credits. That amount will be deducted from that credits. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
if, coming to your question, if a company using Azure for this big data, then typically they will use these kind of tools like Databricks mandatorily, and ADF for scheduling or processing or collecting the data, and also pushing the data to out. So all together they will use an Azure only.
Okay.
Okay,
In the
but
portal
this is a
itself
real
will be
case. Yes.
working. Okay.
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 So yeah, they won't depend on like again Cloudera and all. Okay,
Ah,
might be
yeah.
that is a different project, but this is a different. That is the reason on cloud, on prem, we have to understand the differences.
Okay. Mm.
So
Just out of
so
curiosity, I had this kind of doubts.
no worries. So I this is the the purpose of session is to clarify silly questions also. Okay. So feel free to ask. Okay. If I know the answer, definitely I will answer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
And this is only theoretical explanation what I'm giving, but I'm sure if you do a demo project, many doubts will be cleared automatically.
you. Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Mm.
so don't worry. Again, I'm saying stay with us next couple of months. You will get a clarity.
Shweta, it is.
Yeah, hi
So,
Shweta.
right. Uh, After like whatever the question she asked in that program, if we create a table by Sparks SQL in on Databricks,
Okay.
then that table would be created in Hive or somewhere else.
No, no, no. I know, I know. People, you are using a community edition, and that too, we can say not completely on cloud. I mean to say real time. So you leave it about the Hive there. Okay. Spark is a engine. Okay. Spark is a engine. It won't utilize Hive and a backend. Do you know Hive? I mean, are you aware Hive?
Yes, yes, I know.
Can you please let me know if we submit any query on Hive, which job will trigger inside or internally? MapReduce, right? Internally, there will be a MapReduce job will be triggered on behalf of us. We don't need to write any Java code. But when you write any queries, SQL, Hive query, then that will be, further, you can say, change it to, a Java, and then it will run a MapReduce job internally. If you execute any query, let us say you take two tables and join the tables and get the some, I can say some data, and write that query and execute on shell. Then you come to know number of mappers, number of executors, because Hive backend is MapReduce only. But
Yeah.
but but Spark backend is not a MapReduce. That is where Spark getting popular, right? It
Yeah,
won't trigger
so
any MapReduce.
where the table would be created means Spark is the
I understand.
engine.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. See, Spark is having some internal memory. Okay. Generally, Spark is not meant for to store the data. It is a processing engine. It is a framework. You have to use only for processing. But when you use a command called create or replace temp view or temp table, right? Generally, we write that statement to create any table, right? Right? So what Spark will do is like it will create a table internally, okay, and that will be lost till the session is live. If the session goes off, then the data will be deleted from the Spark memory, okay. But instead, if Spark is on Hadoop, then we will going to create a tables, or we create on Hive also, okay, or we can send the data to Hadoop file, HDFS file system. On that file system, we generally create a Hive table. Okay, this is a Hadoop with Spark. coming to cloud with Spark. What I want to say is cloud means Databricks, right? So Databricks, when you can either store the data again back to ADLS or blob as a backend, because for Microsoft Azure, blob is a storage. Okay, or you can also send the data to Azure SQL. You're getting me, Sweta?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. See, uh, let me understand. You may get only 90%, you may understand only 90% what I'm speaking. But idea is like, if you do your own or hands-on, then you will be 100% clear. Okay. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
coming to your question, PySpark or Spark will store your data or create a table in a temporary that is not permanent.
So if
Okay.
we want to permanently save that table, then and we need to go to either Hadoop or Hive.
Not Hive. Okay. That is on Hadoop
Okay,
means
Hadoop. Yeah,
for
yeah.
backend. For Hive backend is what? Hive is
Hard.
again is a just it's also processing. Okay. Hive is it won't store the data. For a Hive backend is HDFS.
Yes, yes, got it.
For Hive, metadata storage will be any RDBMS system. Might be MySQL, might be Postgre, okay, might be SQL Server. So Hive won't store anything. Like if it is an external table, right? um, for data, if we talk about the table, there are two things that we have to understand. One is metadata. What is metadata? Metadata is kind of a data, like let us say when you are creating some Hive table, okay, Hive table name, data type, and column name, data type, something like that you will write, right? So that schema, all the schema information will be stored in any RDBMS system, okay. And coming to actual data, when you load a actual data and by using Hive query in a Hive table, then backend again is a HDFS. You're getting me?
Yes, 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 Naresh.
Hive will process. Like here, Hive is a process and Spark also will process. But both won't store the data. It will depend on other storage systems like Hadoop or a cloud. Getting me?
Yeah, yeah, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, one doubt I have. When we speak about Hive, and in that we have internal and external table, right?
Mhm.
So internal table will be managed by Hive, and external tables will be tables will be stored in Hive tables and on the file system also, HDFS file system. That is correct, right? So when we talk about internal table, it is getting stored in the database like Derby database, MS SQL, or Post, whatever we are configuring. That is correct.
Okay.
Just I am asking, that is correct or what's
You are talking about the schema or metadata?
metadata?
Okay, let me ask a question. Like I know you understood your question. So, what difference that Hive versus Hive internal and Hive external tables? What is the major difference?
Yeah, in internal tables, I understand like the tables are stored in are managed by Hive itself, and in external tables will be managed by Hive, and it gets stored on file system also. Whenever we will do any operational DML or DDL, it will get means if we delete data tables from the internal, it will get deleted forever. When we delete it from the external table, it will get deleted from the Hive, but on file system we will be having it. So
Okay,
this, yeah.
that is correct. See, in a major difference between internal and external table is like when you delete a data from a Hive table, in case of internal, it will delete. Uh, it will delete overall. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, what I want to say is like there is a default file path. If you don't give any location while you are creating Hive table, then
Mhm.
Hive automatically it will store that data into a default like Hive DB. right?
Yes.
Warehouse IDB path, it will create a folder on table name, and then it load the data. That is in case of internal. But when you specify path external, you don't want to use a internal or a default file path, then you can also mention the external file path. That is where this Hive external tables will come into the picture. So in this case, right, if when you drop the table, in case of internal, all metadata and data will be deleted. But in case of external table, when you drop external table, metadata will be deleted, but the data won't be deleted because the data already stored in a HDFS external path. External path means exclusive path that you provided, right?
Okay.
So, and again, I'm telling you, so data is already there in HDFS. You can go and process the data. You can go and play the data. You no need to go through Hive table, right? You can open that file and you can see your data. And if you want to create a table again, just create a table. Let us say X table and give the path whatever is there, okay, and with the same structure or schema, automatically data will be reflected. You're getting me? What I want to say is, like, even after dropping the table, when you recreate the table with the same path, then automatically data will be populated in a
Okay.
Hive table. That is
Yes.
what I want to convey.
Okay.
Derby is a different case, okay? Derby is a different case. Okay, Derby, you know, there's a different concept. You can say that is not a, we cannot use a Derby database in a production, right? We cannot use multiple users at a time when we use a Derby database. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
So, sir, one question last,
Mhm.
and just I'm asking, clearing my doubt. When we configure MySQL with Hive, let's say,
Sorry, sorry, come again.
instead of Derby, we can configure MySQL also in Hive, right?
Yes, 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 yes. To
Okay,
store a metadata.
to store metadata.
Yes.
So, when we query through Hive, like select star from
Mm.
ABC tables.
Mm.
So same table we can see through MySQL console also, right?
See, might be you see a metadata only, but not the data, right? Because MySQL will store only metadata. That means only schema of the table.
Okay, no data.
No data, right? So if you are storing the data in MySQL, then why you are using Hadoop?
Hmm. Okay, that's what my.
Got it?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, anyone? Any having any questions?
Hi Naresh, Shiva here.
Yeah, Shiva.
I actually I have exposure of like CDH and CDP Cloud Era,
Mm-hmm.
and in that we are using like Hayu Spark and all the admin tasks, Hadoop admin tasks actually.
Okay.
So I am like learning right now data engineering.
Okay, you
So
are a
like
admin
to
guy now learning a data engineering. Okay.
so what should I learn? I mean, I move on Databricks or should I move on like uh, that I am not getting actually Azure or Databricks or
Don't
something
worry.
like
Don't
that.
worry. I will tell you. I will
Mhm.
tell you. First of all, please let me know how many years of experience you have.
Not actually real time experience, but like one
No, no,
and a
no.
half
I'm
years
not
of
talking
experience.
about this data engineering. Total, how many years experience you have?
3.
3 years. Okay. And in three
Mhm.
years, like you've been to only admin related task of Hadoop or any other tools that you
Yes,
learn?
admins only. Admin.
Hadoop admin, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
So, what is your role there? I mean, role means designation.
As initially a Hadoop associate, like patchwork and user creation and all things initially, and then like some P3 P4 P3 P4 tickets.
It's okay. See, I'm not asking a tickets and all. Your role or your designation. What is your designation?
Hadoop
Is it a
admin,
developer or admin?
admin.
Okay, they mentioned like that.
Hmm.
Okay, then you have to showcase your profile like Hadoop admin, Hadoop developer, cloud engineer also. Okay,
Okay.
so you have to learn all these things and convey the interviewer that though I'm working for a Hadoop admin, but
Hmm.
that is initial days. But after I learned the Hadoop and Spark, then currently working as a working for a real-time project as a data engineer. Okay, so
Okay.
you have to convey something like that so that people can understand. Okay, initially you joined as an admin, and then you worked there, and then you shifted to another project where the data your role is data engineer.
Data
Okay,
engineer. Right, right.
okay, that story that you have to
Map.
explain.
Yeah, yeah. I got it. But my question was like, should I learn Databricks or Azure?
I'm
Because
coming
in
to
data.
that. I'm coming to
Okay,
that
okay.
point. I understood your question.
Mhm.
I'm coming to that answer. Okay, let me tell you.
Okay.
You have to plan accordingly. How? Like, if you are not a Hadoop guy, okay, if you are coming from any Informatica or any SQL developer or something like that, how would I told you to go ahead for cloud directly? But since you are climbing 3 years experience, right? Right? And
Mhm.
either you can learn only Azure related stuff, okay, that is ADF or ADLS and Databricks, Azure SQL or Azure Synapse, okay. You can learn that and then do some hands-on project and put one project in your resume, okay. Okay, so that is one
Mhm.
project. Maybe that project may be 1 year, but you have to do one more project. That is non-cloud also, because you are basically Hadoop guy, right? Correct? So by using Hadoop, since Databricks is kind of a, again Hadoop, Spark you are going to use there. So when you learn Spark, then you tell them that before this cloud project, I also worked on the Hadoop and Spark project. Okay, that you can name it any other name for client name and all, project name differently, but you have to showcase at least two projects in your resume since you have a 3 years experience. First 1 year
Yeah,
you
yeah, got
worked
it.
for worked as an Hadoop admin, and second year you worked as a developer because first project got completed and then they moved to another project where I have to work on Spark and Hadoop since I already have some idea. So I started working on it. Then we are able to complete it, that project by using Hadoop and Spark. Okay. And then you have to show that project, what you did. And then recently I've been working on a cloud project.
Okay.
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 But let me tell you, this cloud is as of now I can say optional. Optional in the sense if you are very good at Hadoop, Spark, and Talent or Scoop, etc., on-prem, still you will get a job. But maybe a lesser calls you will get. If you have a cloud in your resume, then you will get a maximum calls. That is the only difference. Even if you don't know ABCDs about cloud, people will hire you if you are good at PySpark and Hadoop.
Mhm.
You are getting me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you have to wait some time and things. If you,
Okay.
but I strongly recommend learn a cloud tool so that you will get more chances to get the calls.
So in cloud, should I like Azure or AWS?
If you are asking me, recommend only Azure, okay? But it doesn't mean that other two are not worthy. No, those are also.
Mhm.
But as per my knowledge, in my company or in my friends' companies, almost 70% of the projects, I mean, let us say out of 100, 70 projects are moving to Azure cloud related stuff.
Okay.
See, again, this Databricks project, okay? I mean, data cloud, big data projects might be machine learning or other projects. People are using AWS or GCP, okay? So it is company to company and business to business. We cannot say that you have to use only Azure, okay? It's completely company based. They will take a call on it. If a client
Okay.
required AWS, then company is supposed to use AWS in their stack, right? But
Okay. Okay.
sometimes company will ask, I mean, client will ask to company that which tool we have to use. In that case, companies will take a call and tell them that, okay, out of three clouds, you go this cloud or this cloud, something like that. For data
Okay.
engineering, what I'm thinking is Azure may be a better. Yeah,
So
guys.
Azure is integrated with Databricks, something
Yes,
like.
yes.
Can you?
On Azure, so let us say Databricks is a separate entity. Okay. So
Okay.
now Azure collaborated with Databricks. AWS also collaborated with Databricks.
Mhm.
Okay. So the Databricks will be available on Azure or also on AWS, I guess. You can practice it, Databricks on Azure, but that may be a little cost. But you can practice Databricks in their own website, that is Databricks. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Any questions, guys?
Yes, sir. I'm basically a Linux AIX admin. I have total 6 years of experience. Currently, I have in current company I have 3 years of experience. So similar, just a similar thought that I can also do the same. That I started with like a Hadoop admin project for 1 year, and for 2 years I have the Hadoop development experience. Will that go right?
Okay. Can you please explain last 3 years what you did?
From last 3 years, I am working as a AIX and Linux admin. Basically, uh, we have customers from all over the world in different regions, and basically we handle their support tickets if there any issue arrives. Basically, admin works.
So you're saying you completely worked on a Linux admin related stocks, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So how many companies that you shifted?
Total in my 6 years of experience, I have three companies shifted.
What is your last when you were last jump? Like, is it 2 years back, 1 year back, or 3 years back?
Three years back.
Great. Okay. So what you have to do is like the latest company you can mention like this skill set. Okay. And you have to learn all the. I think I already explained the roadmap in our previous session.
Yes, okay, okay with that. Okay with that. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then you do a project and you learn those stuff. I think let me show and quickly go through once again.
Till the time project comes up, already working on SQL and
Yes,
Python skills.
yes, that's what I'm telling you, guys. I already explained this in last class. So to become a data engineer or a cloud data engineer, you please, I can say I divide into part one, part two, part three. Part one, I can say is learning part. That is, these are the common we must and should aware.
Mm-mm.
SQL, Python, Linux, basic such shell script or RDBMS skills that you. This is for I think not only data engineer. If you go to any other stack or role, this is a minimum requirement. Okay, you have to go there and learn there. Okay, and if you want to prove only a data engineer, you don't want to go for a cloud engineer, then this should be a minimum. Okay, the stars are mandatory. If you want, you can learn these two, HBase and Uzi. HBase is a NoSQL database, and Uzi is a Java workflow scheduler. And Uzi also very easy, but I can say if you learn Airflow, then I think this is optional. Or if you are not learning Airflow, then you can use Uzi. You can claim it that okay, I know Uzi. We are using Uzi in our company. Then that time you can just ignore this Airflow. But Airflow is becoming a very much popular nowadays. Then I strongly recommend you to go through Airflow and learn it. And that's it. Hadoop basics and Spark.
Sir,
And with
sir,
this, yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Just my question is like, should I just directly show them that I have 3 years of development experience,
Mm,
or
mm. That's
rather
it.
than go for 1 year of Hadoop admin and
No,
then
no, no,
two
no,
years?
no.
No,
Okay, okay.
that
You
will
are
be wrong.
Simran or you, who is
Simran,
talking now?
Simran, sir, Simran.
Simran, but you said Linux admin, right? Hadoop is
Yes.
different person,
Okay, okay.
right?
I shouldn't go there. Okay,
Okay, so 3 years you climb, no? Otherwise you won't get the calls.
okay,
Okay.
got it.
But I told you, right? Once you finish this, all this like end-to-end project and interview preparation, then
Mm.
you will be equal to a 2 to 3 years real-time experience guy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you can, but you supposed to, place at least two projects in your resume.
At least two. Okay.
At least two.
I have one in currently. I will add one more. Uh,
I think you can
with
add based on our explanation, which is going up, going to come up.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay, and
yeah,
change the client name and some different story, but process may be same. Okay, the detail pipeline may be same. You can just go with this, because why I'm saying this, you have to put this project, because definitely you will do hands on your own. Then the confidence level is different. Correct?
okay. When it is releasing the project, because
Bear
this
with me.
is
Okay. Yeah.
no issues, because this time right now currently I think if there are any layoffs are going, so this is learning time, and
Mm.
I'm sure that after these layoffs there is going to be a boom in the industry. Lots of hiring will be there, so that will be our time. So just wanted to get prepared for that.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why asking you. That's why
People
asking
are
you about
seeing
the project.
only layoffs. People are seeing only layoffs, but they are not seeing hirings. Okay.
Yes, yes, because
So
I know that the upcoming time is going to be lots of hiring boom. Just like the came in the COVID time, there were lots of layoffs, and later on there were lots of hiring and boom, and
yes,
uh,
yes, yes.
data scientists and data engineers got
We will see.
heavy
I think
packages.
in next year onwards, you will see again it will be on track. Okay. So no need to worry at all. And still, if you get a good command or at least 3 years experience with this skill set, now also you can able to get the job. That's what I'm trying to convey. Okay. People who lost the job, maybe couple of reasons. One is they're closing the company and they're closing the project. That is one. The second one is requirement, no more requirement. And the third one is they're not able to upskill. Fourth one is they might be having a high salaries, and company may be burden for it may be a burden to company, and
Hmm.
there might be a freshers,
Yes,
and with lack of skill set. So there are a couple of reasons. Okay, we cannot go with the only simply layoffs. Is there are internal reasons are many. Correct.
yes,
So
yes.
but it is very rare a person who is having highly talented will be laid off. Okay, that is I'm against that, because maybe that may be a case of 5 to 10%, but not 100%. Okay.
Still, he will get the job based on
Yes,
his skills.
yes, yes. We are hiring every week. We are hiring every week, especially cloud data engineer or data engineer.
Naresh, I have one question.
Yeah.
Shita here. Uh, like this, I want to know about the roadmap for who has more than experience, like 12 plus or 13 plus. How they should go for it.
All right. Okay. First of all, the 12 years example, like you have to tell me, like out of the 12 years, on where you have worked, where in a sense I don't want company names. Okay, I just want to work, like are you worked on a admin side or Linux side or non-technical side? I
No,
want to know that.
actually, I have in one. I have experience in one company itself, and the total experience is more than 12. And about that I had explored various type of technology like Informatica, Oracle. Then
Mm,
I have worked on Hadoop also, but
mm, mm.
I have worked on Hadoop for 9 months, and later on I moved to production.
Okay.
So that is the problem, that I'm not able to show this.
Sweta, in your case, what is your actual current designation?
It's a principal engineer.
Okay. So Sweta, I think good news for you, because you no need to worry at all, because many things are now favoring for you, because why I'm saying is like one is designation. Okay. Okay. And but what is on you is to become a technicalist sound. Okay, on what, like this skill set which you are seeing currently. Okay, so since you have that much experience or knowledge, I can say you have to get a thorough command on these tools, and then do at least 1 2 projects. Okay, some demo projects, and then put it in your resume or whatever the project that you worked on. Somehow convey these are the tools which I used as part of my existing project, and this is my roles and responsibilities. Okay, and this is what I used to work along with the team. And in the team, this is this is this project. You have to explain your project end to end, and then immediate next question is, what is your roles and responsibilities in that project? That is a standard question people generally ask. In that case, you have to be ready with what are the things that you generally follow. Let me tell you one example. Let us say ingestion part, and then cleaning part, and then transformations part, and then I can say reporting part. Okay, so these are the some different parts generally we supposed to work on. Let us say you are in both the cases, like ingestion as well as the filtration. That area you worked, and another your team member worked on the transformation, where he will develop a business logics based on the requirement. And another team or a person maybe worked on data mart or semantic layer, where he will create and push the he will create some store procedures, or he will create some scheduling task, and then push the data to a target systems, or to a cloud, or to any other external sources. Okay, so these are the three or four stages where people will work, or some people will work in all the stages. That is your is where you want to showcase yourself. Like you
So
should be strong.
no, my question is like I have more experience, and if I would show 3+ years of experience on data engineering, is
Mm.
that will add something, or they will ask more about apart from data engineering?
No, 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 no. First of all, anyway, you are having a good experience on Informatica and Oracle, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
that also from support
it's
part.
okay. It's okay. Let me tell you, if you are, called, I mean, if you are called for a big data interview, that Informatica and Oracle, you won't get much questions. Okay. Number one,
Okay.
you will get many questions from big data world only. That is, try to show 3 to 4 years experience on big data out of 12 years experience of IT. Okay. You have to write
Okay.
your resume something like that. 4 years experience in big data out of 12 years total IT experience.
Okay.
Okay. Last two projects at least you have to show in a big data, and rest all you can show your actual skills.
Okay.
Okay. But make sure that when you are climbing, you are having 3 to 4 years experience in big data, and the project that you mention in your resume, you should have some hands-on, and also
Okay.
you should be clear with the theoretical concepts on the topics which you are going to learn. Let us say Hadoop, Spark, or if you are going to learn Azure, then Azure related stuff, ADLS, ADF, and Datafix, etc. Right?
Okay.
Any questions, guys? I think we are very. Yeah, I think I will take
Ganesh,
only one question. I will take one question because one more
Hi,
meeting has already started. Yes.
yeah, Naresh, this is Rama.
Yes, Rama.
Um, I'd like to put 2 years of experience as a Python or PySpark developer.
Uh huh.
So, what should I mean, it involves a Hive or everything? What should I learn? What kind of work is it analysis work, or what work is involved in it? What should I learn?
First of all, let me know what is your total years of experience.
I have hello. I have experience actually in .NET. Um, after yeah, I have gap. I had gap of 10 years. So now I have come into analytics. So as a Python and PySpark, I have learned Python. PySpark also I'm learning, and I have all idea about Hadoop, Hive, everything. I have idea about all, but now in interview, what should I tell them? What which project in what is whether it is I have learned everything, but what my project involved, I don't know. What shall I keep? What shall I tell them?
But you don't have a
What
real
shall
time
I?
experience, right? You don't have a real time exposure, right? I mean, you didn't do
No.
any project and all. That is the reason you are getting these many questions. So what I want to say is, first of all, you search some use cases on big data or a PySpark in YouTube and go through some of the videos. Then you will get some clarity. And when we announce a big data or project end-to-end project, try to join that course. I think it may be a 1 month, and there we will explain end to end generally what we do in real-time projects. Okay, in our companies. Okay, with sample data set, so that you do your own the same setup, whatever we are going to explain, and then 90% of your doubts will be clarified over there. Okay.
Which what I have searched in our Clever Studios YouTube. What I have, I mean, from where I have to go, I'm unable to understand. Like I
You can
have
search in
seen some
YouTube,
end-to-end
right?
projects in our group. Can you?
Sorry.
I have seen some real-time projects. Some I mean captions I have seen in our YouTube
Mm-hmm.
channel.
Okay. Okay.
Don't we have already? We have one end-to-end
No,
real-time
no,
project.
no, no. But let me tell you, use case by using PySpark, I already explained. I think there is a one video with 1 hour. Okay, so please
Yes,
go
please
through it.
send. Yeah, what the name of the link? The
Uh,
video is what?
okay, okay. I think I have to search that. Let me. Are you in a Clever Studies WhatsApp group?
Yes.
Okay, I will do one thing after 12 once I complete these classes. Then I will
Mm.
ping that link, and also you just search in Google or YouTube. I think you will get that link also. Uh,
Uh,
so Spark. See this? The second video only we are getting real-time use
PySpark.
case explained. Clever studies. That's it. No, I just searched it in YouTube. You got right?
Yes.
This is by using Databricks. I think our Jupyter notebook. Uh, 1 year ago, I explained. I think 16,000 members already watched this video. So and see here, RDD use case. Some hands-on I already explained. Okay, and there are many PySpark real-time scenarios from other channel. See here, are you able to understand?
Mm.
These are all use cases. Okay, see and UDF, how to write a UDF, real-time end-to-end PySpark project, some other channel. Okay, so you keep on
Mm.
watch those videos. I know you won't get 100% clarity, but at least you will get 50% clarity. Okay,
Yes.
and here see big data ETL pipeline. I think somewhere a big data pipeline. I explained here sample. Okay, people are asking me, right? There are many. There are many. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think time is up. Please go through and watch videos on YouTube, and uh, you will get some clarity. And again, once we do a real-time project, especially on a demo project, then 90% will be cleared all your doubts. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.